Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to South of France. We are in Antibes, just arrived. Filippo was like, take off your trench coat because we were unpacking and I was still in my Hermes trench. But the thing is that I know in my head they were going for lunch in 5 minutes, literally. But he had other plans for us. He wanted us to unpack fast. Like a true, very obedient wifey to be. I listened. But I listened because I think he really had a good point when it comes to that. We're currently at the Hotel du Cap-Eden-Roc. Oh, I think that's my rail. So we have actually requested a rail, like Fashion Week rail. The truth is, I'm not really sure it's that necessary, but I do have quite a few gowns and I have some more coming. It's quite good to have everything out and about, but before we head out for lunch, I wanted to give you a little room tour. This is the entrance. On the left side, there's actually a bathroom. I'll check with Filippo. Maybe we can divide and he can use the other one and I can use this one or whatever. This is the room. On arrival, we received these like amazing goodie bags. I will show you as well what's inside. And there's the initials of Umar and Nada, who are getting married this weekend here. The room is absolutely stunning. It's insane. It's in the main building. If you guys have been here, you know there's like different pavilions and etc. I did some shopping in Monaco before. Yeah, I don't know what to say besides maybe keep an eye on my TikTok. If you don't follow it, you should. Beautiful flowers over here. I mean, everything is just so gorgeous. I don't know how to show you, but it's stunning. And I'm elated because the friends that are getting married this weekend, we love them very much, so that makes it even more special. And then, of course, like I said, Filippo said we have to unpack, so this is my Alaya belt that you probably know from the last video. I also brought this dress from the row. It's like a cashmere long dress for it when I want to be cozy and just chill and, you know. This is why we felt like it's better to have a clothing rail, because the clothes are just getting a bit like, you know, a little overview. Over here is the bedroom. Filippo's still finishing unpacking. There's the sea view out there. There's the other bathroom. Here you can also see the bags that I decided to bring with me on this trip. So for some kind of like day vibes, I have my Kelly 25, I have my Kelly 28, I have my very new Constance. I love this bag so much, you guys, from Sub Club. And I have these 2 mini Kellys and 1 pochette, as well as some clutches for the evenings. And this new Louis Vuitton bag, which I had to hang, so you can actually see the shape. Several times during this trip, because obviously I traveled like this, Filippo told me that he thinks that this trench was one of the best purchases that I have ever done. And I kind of agree. I really love this trench. I just think it's so versatile. I'm wearing under, I always wear it with the belt that I additionally bought, not the one that it came with. Under, short sleeve Miu Miu top. I'll link it below if I can find it. I know it was a very popular one. The trench, the Dior jeans. I've had these jeans now for I think over 5 years for sure. I really love them. Miu Miu flats, we'll link these below as well. These are one of my most worn shoes. That's what I wanted to show you, the shoes that I packed with me as well. I brought way too many shoes, but you'll see it during the trip. So now we're just waiting for Filippo and we are gonna head to the grill for lunch. First of all, I meant to vlog at the lunch, but then we saw so many of our friends that didn't happen. And then I also wanted to show you what I'm wearing right now. So that's coming at least. Also, I got some of my outfits here, like the third night, not tomorrow, but the day after is an Indian night, and I have a few really beautiful options. I have like a beautiful Elisab number over here. I have 2 beautiful sets, fully embroidered haute couture from Shivan and Naresh, so that's really lovely. I'm very excited for that because I love to dress up like that. You might be thinking, why am I wearing a white dress at someone else's wedding, right? But it is a white night tonight. Filippo, do you want to show your outfit? Both in white. I love your outfit. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna vlog, obviously, but I think I'm gonna probably focus my content on the other platforms. So on the YouTube, I'll probably try and show you a little bit of my outfits, or our outfits really, and of what we do during the days, so that in the night I can truly enjoy the more private time with friends. And it's alright. Good morning, guys. I didn't get a takeaway, but I got a coffee in a glass cup because very early start for me. I mean, very early start is not really true. 10 a.m. spa appointment. Just coming downstairs at the hotel. What I was saying, I have a 10 a.m. spa appointment at the Dior Spa, and they're currently building an aisle. Look at this, it's insane. So beautiful. Oh wow, this is incredible. So I just felt like a little massage or a facial or something like that. Obviously I had to have my coffee. I think I'm actually late, 1 minute late, that's not too bad. Today the bride will be walking the aisle. It takes 9 minutes from the door to the end of it. So that last night she was stunning, and I cannot even imagine how incredibly stunning she will be today. Dior Spa Eden-Roc. This is my third time I'm having an appointment at this Dior Spa. It's so good. I keep coming back because it's probably, I don't know if it's about the location, if it's about the vibe, the mood, a bit everything together, but it's literally one of my favorite spas in the world. Okay guys, I know that I've shown you this before, but this is the gorgeous sort of like a suite where I'll be having my massage. I'm doing a body massage. It's called a New Look. It's sort of going to be a drainage type of relaxing, a mix of everything a bit. So good. Thank you so much. Wow, that was a 60-minute massage. I had like a really nice kind of contouring, sort of like a lymphatic drainage massage. I couldn't obviously vlog. When it's like a facial, you can kind of vlog a little bit during the facial because you're showing your face, but when it's a body massage, it's quite hard unless you have maybe someone else to vlog you or film you. Not really vloggable. However, I have inserted some of the clips of my previous visits to the Dior Spa because I really think it's so beautiful. Honestly, this is not sponsored. I just love it. I'm currently chilling in this little kind of like a post-treatment area. They brought me this juice, which is like a lemon and something else. The other one that I had when I just arrived was a rose, Damascus rose water or something. And this is an energy ball. I already had one. It was delicious. So just chilling here a little bit. I'm gonna see if Filippo has finished his call because he was on a work call, and then we're probably gonna grab some breakfast and another coffee because I haven't finished that first one. Several hours later. So we have 50 minutes more or less. I just started doing my makeup. I started in with this currently favorite duo of mine, which is Tom Ford primer. It's Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Primer and Shade and Illuminate foundation. Mine is in shade 7. And now I'm gonna contour with my two Milk Makeup. One is the Sculpt Stick and one is the matte bronzer. I think Sculpt Stick goes first. So we sculpt and then we're gonna bronze. Yeah, I just really like this foundation because also the last night, at the end of the night, it really was staying and lasting and looking gorgeous. Also, what I like about this contour stick is that it's not orange. It's not like actually bronzy, it's quite shady. It's like quite contoury. I also used a bit of a concealer, this one here from Charlotte Tilbury. My eyebrows are in that stage between the laminated and non-laminated. Yep, I really tried super hard to kind of stick them with the brow gel, and now I'm just adding a bit of shape with the Kosas brow pencil. Wow, baby, this is the one.
Right?
Yeah, you look insane. Filippo in tuxedo. I think men in tuxedos just look so beautiful. This is Tom Ford Hyaluronic Energizing Mist. I just want to set all of this. You guys know that this is my favorite eyeshadow palette, but now I have two here with me actually. The hair is very simple and you'll see why. The dress is also very simple. I'm gonna have my big Van Cleef earrings. You'll see that. Yes, my love?
Do you mind?
Oh.
Thank you.
I think it's gonna be the matte. Everything matte tonight. I start in with the lighter shadow on the lid.
Baby, belt or no belt? I think no belt.
No, I love the belt. Now I'm gonna use one of the chocolatey colors here. Warm chocolate or cool chocolate? Maybe I should go for the cool chocolate. And I'm just gonna outline a bit of the crease. Is this crazy? Yes, I look crazy. But we're obviously gonna be blending it in. I'm using this Prada brush actually. Like Prada Beauty has been so great and their brushes are incredible. I love it because it's very precise. I can do kind of quite nice crease contour with this brush. Okay, now we're gonna blend. For the eyeliner, I'm gonna use this very slim Hourglass 1.55 bronze liner. I'm very shiny right now because there's like light right above my forehead and I haven't mattified or I haven't finished my base. This is really nice because it's so dainty and it can be very, very subtle. And it's not black, it's not a brown, it's a bronze. So it just goes in the lash line. Same thing on the other side. Just making sure that this is good for my shape of the eye. Mascara. First of all, I'm gonna go in with the Chanel kind of like base, mascara base that also like is supposed to take care of your lashes. By the way, who has watched the Chanel cruise show? I haven't had the chance because we're here at this wedding. Filippo and I decided to like, if we have to work, we're only working on like things that are urgent, but not like, I'm not looking at any collections, I'm not looking at anything. So we haven't really had the look, but I just saw the location. In fact, what I saw is that everybody was so disappointed with the location on internet. Today I realized one very important thing. I realized that this year, whole year, I haven't once entered a Chanel shop, a Chanel boutique, not even enters to have a look, you know, which I think is kind of crazy. I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder just here. Mascara, as always, Gucci Beauty mascara. I love it so much. So yeah, I don't know if that's because I haven't actually been loving the collections lately or what it is, but I don't know. They did have like a viral product or two this year. I believe the ballerina shoes, everybody went crazy about. I know that usually like first week of June, they launch the Cocoa Beach collection, right? Which I usually tend to like because I like to buy and collect and wear over and over and over again the Chanel swimming suits. Oh, crazy on my lashes, I need to tame them a bit. I don't know if there's anything until then that I will even look at. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about it all? I was gonna pack actually corner lashes, but then I realized that my lashes are so long that I don't actually need them. I'll just do a lot of mascara. Now, I feel like my eyes are pretty much ready. I'm gonna retouch a bit later, but I wanna finish the face. So now I'm gonna go in with the Milk bronzer. This has really been such a great product. I'm not gonna bring it down too much because actually my dress is quite high up. I'm gonna go over it with some parts of this to set everything like the bronzer, warmth. For the blush, I will be using this Dior Rosy Glow in shade Rosy Rosewood. I also wore it last night. It's so beautiful, this shade. I like to put a bit on the tip of my nose. I'm gonna do a touch of, I'll tell you what, this Victoria Beckham eyeliner in cinnamon, I believe. Yep, just a touch here in this, not in the waterline, below the waterline. This is like a very, very, very blendable eyeliner. And for the lips, I'll go crazy with my favorite, book some lip liner, and then I'll mattify again at the end. Oh, I ran out of it, like look. But luckily, I'll have a very, very quick Dubai business trip on Monday, so I'll try and restock. So I overline like crazy. You guys will be shocked when you see. I'm gonna blend it. Look how crazy I've done. Ah! And that's that. I'll go get dressed and I'll mattify in the end. Guys, how beautiful is this? Wow. And move out.
Hello guys, fit check. Starting from the sunglasses, Celine, if I'm not
No,
mistaken.
they're not.
Oh no? Okay, what is it?
Phoebe Philo.
Oh, Phoebe, sorry, Phoebe, same thing. You know, Phoebe before. And then we have the Van Cleef.
The first time I'm ever wearing them. I never wore them before.
They're beautiful. And then, to be honest, you're wearing one of my favorite dress ever. It's Alaya, and it is a jersey long dress with a leather skirt, and it's really, really beautiful. The bag is also the heart from Alaya, which is mirrored, and you can also see me a little bit. You see? That's it. And then we have the Saint Laurent shoes that you cannot really see, that are very, you know, high heels and very comfortable. The hairstyle, we decide for a low ponytail, which is beautiful. Buttons, leather, and lots of love.
How would you rate this look?
10. 10, yeah, 10, 10 e lode.
A little. Everybody's now coming. Guys, just a quick update because I got back in to take a jacket because I was getting a bit chilly in the evening and I got so emotional. My girl looked like $1 billion, not million, not even 1 billion is enough. She looked insane, like out of this world, gorgeous. Now let's go to the dinner. We're now heading to the tent. I'll give you a little secret. Shall I tell them who's performing? Because by now it's already going to be live. It's going to be Mariah Carey performing. I mean, is that crazy or what? Have you ever seen Mariah Carey live, Filippo?
No.
Me neither. Gonna have such a good time and so much fun with our friends, dancing, and I'm also very hungry. So good morning, guys. My favorite people, how are you doing? We woke up at 10:40 this morning. It's 11:30. That's all I can tell you. Last night was crazy. And I told Filippo, shall we go out for breakfast? And Filippo said, no, I cannot go out for breakfast. We have to order room service. So room service is here. Good morning, baby.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh.
La baguette, croissant. Maybe let's rate. Let's do the top 5. Let's rate the best languages in the world.
It's very hard.
Yeah, I know.
How can I rate languages? I think English, because everybody can understand it.
I agree.
But technically, I would say I love Spanish, as you know. And also, I'm now really loving Italian.
I think, to be honest, and you know I'm not a fan, but I think French is beautiful.
Of course, it's beautiful.
I would love to, you know, I lived in France for 4 years, but I wasn't motivated, you know. Motivation is everything in life.
So you weren't motivated because everybody in your company was speaking Italian?
Yeah, that's why. So, now we're having our baguette. What's your favorite breakfast, guys, by the way?
Since we're at the wedding, one advice, because my audience thinks you're very wise, so I will not talk because nobody thinks I'm wise, which is okay with me.
Maybe, again, I'm not wise, I'm old. It's different.
What is one advice for a healthy relationship?
A healthy relationship is, 50% luck.
That's not an advice.
I know. It is, because luck is only for people that is looking for it. I think the most important thing.
Are we going to say the same thing?
Yeah, of course we're going to say the same thing, baby.
Trust.
Exactly. I can tell you, if for any reason I start doubting about you, or you start doubting about me, it's over. Because I cannot travel anymore, and you cannot travel anymore, with the other one being peace. Trust is something that you build.
How do you build it?
I give you an example, very unpopular. This, give it to your wife for the day. And then you start building trust. Look, I have an important age, and I meet a lot of women in my, life.
Yeah, met.
And I was lucky with you, and it's just luck. I mean, I'm so blessed. I don't know how to say.
Trust is the most important thing, and I think if you have like an intuition that you don't trust somebody, it's not, that relationship is not for you, because not having the peace in a relationship is even worse. than anything else, baby.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
But out of record.
Should I mute it?
Yeah.
So I think this is perfect actually for camera.
No.
Because Filippo saw yesterday a guy come next to me, a tall, handsome guy, and I just said, very handsome guy, yes? Were you jealous?
I wasn't jealous because maybe I don't have competitors in the room. Not in terms of course I have competitors. Maybe I'm.
But he's so handsome, the guy.
Yeah, very handsome, very tall.
Yeah.
And he comes next to you, and he's during the concert he's dancing and baby.
And
I was
he's
like,
the guy. He's the guy that asked Nada to introduce me to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, that's why he came next to you.
Maybe he said.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh my God, you're the when you walk past
Yeah.
me, I thought you're the chicest one."
No problem.
That was the first thing he said, and then the second thing he said, "I would like to introduce you to my husband."
Lol. But anyway, he came next to you, and
Of
you know,
course.
and I didn't know.
Baby is super handsome, but baby he doesn't play for my team at all.
No, I know, but you know, I didn't know any of this. So I saw this guy coming, and he goes next to Tamara. I mean, she's beautiful, we know that. But the guys last night, Tamara was like at another level. You know, when you look at her, and you know, I was looking at her from far away because I was even intimidate myself. You know, to be next to her. She was like another level. No, I promise, another level. I consider myself confident man. And I was also, you know, with my own, my own style, etc., etc. But I see this handsome guy, and I know that Tamara is always attracted by kind of nerds. I'm the opposite of her style, just for you to know. She doesn't like these rock star kind of vibes.
That was
long
my
hair.
old style. Now I
No, but still, baby, I'm not your vibe. You love me unconditionally, but I'm not your kind of man.
Yeah,
That's
right,
it.
yeah.
Her kind of man is like a nerd, like a banker, financial guy, someone shorter, a little bit. But anyway, that's another topic. And I know that this guy is definitely her type. So he goes very next to her. So now imagine that Tamara is beautiful beyond this very handsome guy, taller than me, and I consider myself quite tall.
You're very tall. I don't think you was taller.
So I'm waiting, and I'm there, I'm looking at them, and I got a little bit of, my Italian thing, a little bit of, like, not jealousy, a little bit like, hey,
That's my territory.
closer to that, and you can be in trouble, okay?
I like it.
I got that little vibe, and I watch you too, because I was like 2 meters away taking video of Tammy. Mariah Carey was singing, so it was a beautiful moment. And I see this guy coming there, and I was looking for them for let's say a minute, because I don't leave my thing there alone for more than a minute. And I was like, if now, by any chance, imagine he put his hand on your hip, just to enjoy the concert.
Which
a
he
little.
could have, baby, because he's not interested at
He
all.
could
in
have,
me. You
he
wouldn't
could
have
have.
known that.
I would have maybe, fixed my rules. But he didn't. And of course you didn't.
Yeah, of
And
course.
at the end of the day, I'm like, that's the most important thing in love. The trust you have on her, because I never doubt, but also the fact that you know that it will never happen. Those little things help you to build the trust more and more and more and more.
Oh, that was just our little breakfast chat. I'm gonna get dressed, ready, and enjoy the beautiful day. This is our last whole day here, so.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, baby, very early, we need to leave.
Guys, tonight is the third night of the festivities, and it is the Indian ceremony. Can you imagine Filippo in an Indian outfit? He's wearing head-to-toe paisley, navy blue, and I'm wearing 2 outfits for this occasion. The first one for the ceremony, I'm wearing an Elisab full embellished dress. It's insane, I'll show you in a sec. Alaya earrings, I will link them below, and this knot bag. And then I will be changing into a Shivan and Naresh outfit, like a haute couture Indian full look that arrived from India straight to south of France for the party. I don't know if you can see me, but this is the dress. Sorry for the mess in the background. We'll try and show you as well as we get out. Guys, that was the beautiful ceremony. I mean, I don't need to tell you anything. Filippo and I loved it because we love different cultures and just exploring and seeing different things. Especially like, I feel like Filippo really loves anything to do with India. And for me, I'm extremely curious about different cultures and I love witnessing things like this. So for me, it was truly beautiful. But now I'm gonna change into my lehenga. So for the rest of the evening, I'll be partying in another outfit. Fun times. The look number 2, I need to properly check it out, but now I'm ready to dance and I can like move and this is making sound by itself. Welcome home, my favorite people. How are you all doing? Hope you are all great. I have to be honest, Filippo and I are exhausted. We were in south of France for almost 5 days. I'm finishing this video and I'm going straight to wash my hair, remove makeup, just give myself a bit of love when it comes to that kind of spending time alone and taking care of myself, because my social battery currently is at 0%, you guys. Think about like spending 5 days with 300 people, most of which you know. I am a social butterfly. Like when I see people, I don't want to be just like hi and bye. I want to know how they are, what they're up to. I ask them questions. I tell them everything about my life. I like to kind of interact with people, and Filippo is the same. However, we are those extroverted introverts, and right now we both need like a little night. Bless you, my love. We both need a night with no talking. However, Filippo's not as lucky as me. He's not gonna spend the night at home tonight. He is going to Rome. So we just arrived. Like he drove for 4 hours and he's now getting a train to Rome. But Filippo's been working so hard lately and now he's currently working on one of his million projects that he's overseeing. So he's off to Rome, but I got a night at home and then tomorrow I'm off to Dubai for a very like quick in and out. So both of us are back to work straight, full on, head first, which I love because I love to work. Cannot complain.
Life is beautiful, but there is a price to pay.
I think that's true, but at the same time, don't you love working?
Listen what I would love to do now.
Okay, tell me.
Lie on the couch
Yeah.
for 2 hours,
Yeah.
watch some sport, and then at 7, take a car again, go to Specialità, have our favorite pizza, come back at 8:30, go to bed and watch a series. But it's okay. It's all good.
The wedding was so beautiful. First of all, talking about beautiful, our friend Nada was the princess of all princesses, most gorgeous person inside out. I cannot even tell you how gracious and sophisticated and beautiful she is. It's beyond, and it makes me so proud, and I was so emotional for them this weekend because they are the ultimate testimony of like love that changes you for the better, that makes you really like incredible team. I love seeing so much love. It was so stunning, like to have all of their friends and to see how much people love them and all these people around them. I will link all of my outfits in the description box below, but the first night was the white night when I wore the white outfit. Then the second night was the black tie. The third night was the Indian night. And today was like a goodbye brunch. I didn't really vlog today anything. I was just like, I was just exhausted. But it was really beyond beautiful. Like every night went on till pretty much 5 a.m. They had incredible performers from Bocelli to Pia Toscano to Brian McKnight, Jay Sean yesterday. Like my university life was basically Jay Sean, okay? It like brought me so back to my university years in Brighton, I cannot even tell you. Then Ronan Keating, yesterday that was incredible. Mariah Carey, guys, Mariah Carey. I mean, that was I think Filippo's dream to watch Mariah Carey live. I feel like I left some out because there was just so much, you know, like it's incredible. The food galore. The Indian night was my favorite, I have to say, because I just loved the whole glamour, but also fun and kind of like the carelessness and that whole vibe was really incredible. Honestly, to all of my Indian ladies, guys, I admire you and have so much respect for you because it is really heavy. All the beads and everything, it's not easy. Like, and to stay whole night in that. In the end, I just changed into a Gabriella Hearst dress. I'll also link it below. And in the end, actually, everybody changed. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'm actually gonna stop this one here because it's gonna be all about the wedding. I love you so much.
I love you more.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Thank you so much for following along. I will finish this vlog here because I just want to have this one dedicated especially to the wedding. And then I will start the next one right after. So you'll probably see the beginning of the next vlog in this very same look. Thank you for watching. I love you and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye guys.